This is the Iron Trader, and this is midday trading. Now here on this mid-afternoon here, what we're going to do, we're going to mix it up a little bit here, okay? So we're going to do the natural gas and the crude oil here as usual every day, and then what we're going to do is we're going to throw something else in the mix. Okay, so I got a request here for today to do Tesla. TSLA. So that's what we're going to do. Now, anybody out there wants me to take a look at a stock or a commodity, just post it to the site and we'll have it up here for you on midday trading. Okay, let's get started. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have natural gas, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, we can see here on the weekly, very, very nice. Look at that, 8 days rising up. It was 1.73 and change. Now it's 1.74. What we really need to do is get above last week's high. That is 1.906. Okay, so we got a little ways to go here, but if you can, then we'd have a nice series of higher highs. Very, very nice. But for the week, we need to close above this 1.74, this 8 SMA. Whether it comes down a little bit or not, or goes up a little bit, we need to close above that by Friday. That shows a very, very bullish, okay? Because what we had is we had 3 reds, and now we had a turnaround green candle, and we had a higher high. Now we got to see if we can get some green going here to take her on to the upside. Now look at your MACD. This is nice. See? Your green is about to go across over the red. That's very, very bullish. RSI here looking good. Plenty of room to run. Now, here we look at the daily chart. Right there is the key level, is that 50 SMA now. Okay, you're sitting at 1.824. Natural gas real time right now is 1.838. So we're above it. The key is we have to close above it. All right, and now here's the first thing this morning when we looked at it, is this 8 day. So now that 8 day is moving up 1.8, and then we have that 50 SMA here, 1.824, and then we're going to have this candle right here, which is that 1.85, and then we'll have right there 1.88, and then 1.906, and that is your price channel right there. See, 1.906 basically is just the top of this candle. If, big if we can get above all that, then we have some nice targets up here, 1.95, 1.98, and then this is what we're looking for, is this 2.0. Okay, so that's very, very clear. Obviously, if it rises on up here, we always have this the gap fill at 2.168, and then we have some really nice targets here. Look at here, see, 2.22 and 2.27. Very, very nice targets, but it's all going to be based if you can close above this 50 day. Okay, so if you can, then this 8 day will swing across just like it's doing to the 21 day, and we can have a nice bullish maybe uptrend going on here. RSI looking very good, MACD looking very good, green above your red showing good positive momentum. The key is what is going to close at. Now, Friday's here, their high was 1.823. Today, obviously, we made a higher high, 1.844. Now, Friday's low was 1.75. And today we put 1.746, but we put a little bit lower low. But right now, see this? We have an engulfing candle going on here. So once it swallows up the previous day's a candle, that's engulfing, and that's usually very, very bullish. Question is, can it hold? That's the very, very key. Can it hold out there? So if you look at the downside, watch this key 8 SMA 1.8. You really need to hold that. We really need to hold this 50 day. And then this is the critical one right here, is that 1.749. Very, very critical, that 21 SMA. Then we can come over here to your 8 SMA here at 1.74. Then obviously we follow the candles all the way on down here where you have what do we have? 8, what do we have here? Yeah, 1.70, and then we have 1.86. That's your gap, and then 1.87. Okay, so, but we don't worry about that right now. What we want to really focus on is these simple moving averages. Okay, so right now we want to close above this 1.824. That'd be very, very bullish. Obviously, then we could close above this key 8 SMA here, which is sitting at 1.8. And then it has to hold that 1.74 level. And then right there, see that 8 SMA? It really has to hold that. But right now, we're looking here pretty good. Let's here. We had a three-day run. Let's see if we can get this thing going and come up at least here to retest this 1.90. If we can, that'd be very, very bullish. And then we obviously we can go much higher. Now, UNG so far was a very good scalp here. I scalped it twice. I got 40 cents out of it. So this here is looking very, very good here, bullish. I didn't scalp any KOLD. I don't know, I'm not even sure if there was any trade in there, but the UNG looked very, very good here so far. Okay, so this is looking very, very bullish. Just watch that 50-day, that 8-day, and that 21 SMA. Very, very crucial. Okay, let's take a look here on an hourly and a 4-hour. Okay, this morning, if you watched the video, I was pointing out this W pattern. Okay, see where it comes down, up, then down, nice big W, but it needed to break above this key level at 1.823, and obviously it did. All right, so now our next target is going to be up here. We're going to be looking for is this 1.851 level. It came pretty close at 1.84, but if we can, that would be absolutely awesome. Then what we'll do is we'll go to this next level. Okay, so we're looking at high 1.857. We'll come up to this level at 1.88, and then we'll come up to here at 1.90. Again, very, very bullish pattern when you see these W patterns like this, because usually when she breaks out, she wants to rip higher. That is the key. Now on the downside, obviously you want to watch the top of this candle again. That's your midline. Okay, so that's at 1.823. You need to hold that. And then if it's lost here, we have your 100-day at 1.81, and then we have your 8-day sitting at 1.81, and you can come down to the 1.79 area. But usually these are very, very bullish, and when they scream up higher, they want to start taking out all your resistance levels, maybe even a retest of that 1.906. On your 4-hour chart here, looking very, very good. It's that same W pattern, just a little bit tighter, much easier to see it on the hourly. But now we're rallying right on up here. And see, this is the candle that you're looking for right there. That's that 1.851, and we're coming very, very close to it, but we haven't got there yet. That's what we're looking for. Then we can just start notching all that right on up here, you know, to go higher and possibly retest that 1.906 there. Looking very, very bullish here. Even when you're like your MACD, that looks like it's about to curl up. Plenty of room to run here on your RSI here. The MACD looking very, very bullish here. We got to see how the rest of the day is going to shake out. But watch that daily chart, that key 50-day, that 8-day, and that 21-day. Very, very crucial here today. Okay, let's take a look here at the old crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil. Now, you can see what happened here today. Let me bigger up a little bit. Okay. Right now we have an indecision candle. Doesn't really know what it wants to do. Okay, so what we did is today's low is 84.69. This is the candle we're looking for, 84.64. Okay, so you're 5 cents higher. That's a nice double bottom, and that was your support level. Okay, also you are now back above this 84.92, which is just right above that. That's also very, very good. Those are your key levels. Okay, so again, if this is all lost, what we do is we just follow the candle. You have 84.49 the top. You look here, you have 83.85, and then you want to watch this candle. This is that 83.21, and obviously this one here at 83.12. Okay, so very, very key. If that is lost here, then this is what you're looking at as 82.20. That is the big boy right there that we're looking for if you lose that 8 SMA here and you lose these candles. That's what we're looking for. Now, always watch this 50 SMA here. This is 81.48. That's just below this level here, but this is what it needs to hold here on a weekly basis. So by Friday, this is what you want to hold is this key 100 SMA and that key 8 SMA. Very, very crucial here, okay? So again, if it can sort of run up here or even go sideways action, this 8-day will keep on creeping up here until it crosses over that 100, and that's very, very bullish. Look what happened when it crossed the 21, the 50-day. See how nice it pushed it right on up? Very, very nice. But right now we've got an indecision candle, no big deal. Actually, the trading in the UCO here was actually pretty good so far there today. I really took, I got 2 scalps on the UCO, so that was very, very good trading right there. Okay, here on the upside, well, today so far we had 87.10. What you really were looking for here is this 87.22. So, okay, so that was your resistance level here. Didn't quite make it there. Came within 12 cents of it, though. And then, again, if you can get above that 87.10, then you have that 87.22, and then you have your 87.63. That is your big retest there. Now, you can see where your price channel is going right on up. It hasn't curved off here yet, okay? So as it keeps on moving up, it kind of signals that it just wants to go higher. But always remember what I always say about this 8 SMA. As the price gets away from it, it wants to pull back to it, just like a magnet to a fridge. I don't know what the deal is, but it's always done that, okay? So you even look at here, okay? So when it got away from it, what did it do? Come back. when it got away from it, even on the downside, it wants to come back here. Okay, down and come back. See, up and then come back. See, so always remember that 8 SMA here is just like the old magnet. Okay, so she just wants to come back. So what we want to watch here, obviously, is your key level is you want to watch is 84.93, and then we want to watch the bottom of this candle here, very, very crucial, 84.64. And then again, we can whittle the candles down 83.85, but this is what you're looking for. This 83.21 and this 83.12, and then your key 82.20. That's all your key support levels right there. On the upside, you obviously want to watch today's high, 87.10, 87.22, and that 87.63. If we can break above that 87.63 right there, then we come right up to this candle, 87.83. That is the next level, okay? And then we'll come up here. That's 88.29, and then this is what you're looking for is that 89.85. Call us, say, $90. That's what we're looking for in the shorter term. Now we can go right on up here, follow the candles all the way up here, but we look at one level at a time, and that's what we'll be looking for on the way up. Okay, crude looking here pretty good. RSI here coming off a little bit here. That's really not that big of a deal. That can go right back up just as easy, just like what we had here. Your MACD, your green is still above your red. Over here, this is green above your red, showing a good momentum there to the upside. But right now, we just have an indecision candle. A lot of this is based on the Middle East and what's going on there. Now, it looks like Israel pulled out some troops, I guess, out of Hamas area or whatever, something like that. So there wasn't no big full bomb out there like the CIA was looking for. So that's why it's kind of an indecision. Traders really are looking for here which direction that this is going to go. You're going to have some kind of a ceasefire or something else going to start up here. But realistically, eventually, this is going right here to this $90 area and eventually to that $95 area. Don't kid yourself. Okay, let's take a look here at Tesla. Okay, here we have our Tesla stock. Okay, so now Friday after the hour, after the aftermarket, actually in the aftermarket, after the market closed, Tesla came out and they announced that they are going to have this robo-taxi here on August 8th. They're going to debut it. Now, here's the question you got to think. First of all, the earnings are going to be out on the 23rd, so pay attention to there. They've been cutting prices. They stopped a lot of production there in China. They're not going to make that low-priced car anymore, 25, 30 grand. They scrapped that idea. So I don't know if their earnings are going to be anything that great. This is basically trading on the news here right now. So always remember that, okay? So again, with this robo-taxi, yeah, sounds good. The problem with that is, are they going to actually debut a fleet of these, or are they just going to have the one like they had the Cybertruck? Okay, so the Cybertruck, they announced that in 2000. Okay, actually it came out a little bit before that, but they had the big announcement in 2000. They didn't start producing this thing until 2004. Now, are they going to do the same thing with this robo-taxi? If they wait 2, 3, 4 years, I can tell you right now, China's going to eat their lunch for them. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Now, I got to watch this company. It's called BYD. They are out of China. And right now, they're actually building plants in Mexico here to produce their electric car. Now, I looked at their electric car here at the auto show. Very, very nice. Very, very quality, high detailed. And the thing about it is the price is the half of what the U.S. cars are. Now, again, if they can produce that same thing, the key is if they produce it in Mexico, then they don't have to pay that 25% tariff to put it into the country, okay? So always remember that. They're a little slippery. There's always a way around everything, okay? So that's it. So once they come into this country, forget about the U.S. vehicle, the EV vehicles. They'll be gone, okay? Because BYD will just swallow everything at that price. Even your SUVs are like 30 grand. I mean, and it's just like really, really cool stuff, okay? So always remember that. Now, Janet Yellen, okay, who shouldn't even be, the Treasury Secretary, shouldn't even be in politics at all. She should be at some old lady's home. Okay, she went to China here and just pretty much wasted, I don't know how many millions of dollars flying there. Now, she was trying to tell China that, not to flood the market with solar panels or wind or EV batteries or EV cars. I can tell you right now, nobody is listening to her. No one cares what she says. This was a complete waste of money. China wants to dominate the world, and that's what's good. That's in the process they are going to do. When you ever look at China, they don't have a year out, a 5 year. They have a 50-year plan, a 100-year plan, a 200-year plan, okay? So always remember that. No one cares what she has or what she's going to make a demand on China. I think all you really did is just piss China off. And then they're going to probably come over here even stronger than what you thought, okay? So, okay, all that being said, always take all that information into context here. And as far as this Tesla, we got to see here, you know, is it going to be a show car or are they actually going to produce this robotaxi? Now, once you produce a robotaxi, you have to understand that's an unmanned vehicle that has to be tested, okay? And that's going to take a period of time. Any kind of flaws, the stock can go up and down. So never be afraid to go long the stock TSLA or use the short TSLS, okay? Works awesome. All right, let's take a look at the chart. Now, here we have today, this was your double bottom. If you look at the bottom of the candle is 160.51. What do we have here? 160.51, okay? Beautiful, perfect double bottom, ran right on up here. Now, the key is right here, okay? This 8 SMA, you're sitting at 171.90, the 21-day 172.19. You need to close above that, okay? If you can close above that, then we have other targets. Now, what you want to do here, that's 177.29. Always keep this in mind, this 21-day, okay? Or 8 SMA here, right here. Always keep that in mind. That's what you're going to be wanting to do. Look here, how it ran up here. This is actually almost like a bear flag, right into it, and then all the way down again, okay? Same thing here, and then all the way down again. So always watch this key 177.28 on the charts, okay? So today what you want to do is we want to close above this 171.89. We want to close above this 172.19. If you can, then here is your target right here, this candle, which is 177.19. That is going to be your target, which lines up not too bad with 177.27. Now again, if we can get above that, then what we do is we can go here, 179.57. Then we have 181.91, and then this is what you're looking for, that 183.03. Right above it is your price channel at 184.25, which is basically the top of this candle right there. Okay, so if you can close above this 821, here's your target. Okay, watch that 177.19 and watch this key level here, this 177 now 30. Very, very crucial. Okay, if you can, you follow these candles right there, and then you go up to this 50 SMA, 183.04. Now, we've all found out on natural gas how strong that 50 simple moving average is. You're not going to just blast through it. It's a brick freaking wall. Okay, so always remember that. If it gets into that area, that's where you want to at least sell some, and because you're going to get yourself a pullback. It's not going to go right in. Again, if you can get in all of this here, now remember, there is a, when you look at the top of this candle, that's at 184.25. This is your price channel, okay? And then we have, if you look right below here, this is 186.72. So there's a gap. There's your gap, and then there's your fill. That'll be next, and then we can work yourself all the way up in this area here in the 205 area. But this 50-day, very, very strong if you can get ahead. Now look here what happened. Okay, you're in, on, down. Up here, down, down. Now we got to see how this is going to close. The key is this right here, okay? That is going to be key, and then we watch that 50-day, but watch this 8 SMA. Very, very crucial. Now, let's take a look here at the downside. Because nobody wants to look at the downside, but I always look at the downside. Okay, so if all this is lost and all this hype with this robotaxi is gone, then this is the key level you want to watch right here. 160.51, that's that price channel. If that is lost, here is your target right here. Okay, 152.37. That is where she's going to go. Okay, again, and that is lost. Then what we can do is we can follow the candles down right there. You have 150.04. Okay, we'll look to the top of this candle, 136.68. We look here, you have 134.27. And then we look at the bottom, 124.31. You have 114.92. And this is what you're going to be looking for, 101.81. Okay, again, if that is lost, this is your target. Okay, if this target here is lost, then we follow the candles down to a possible retest 101.81. This is the low when he bought when old Musk bought Twitter. Okay, so I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. Don't get me wrong. Okay, but sometimes he gets way over his skis like he did on that with that Cybertruck. But if it going to take 4 years to make this robotaxi, I tell you, China will eat his lunch for him, and this is going to be a complete flop. So just watch it and watch them earnings here out on the 23rd. Okay, so quick review: 8-day, okay, 21-day needs to close above. If it can, this is your next target right here. Okay, that's your next target. Watch this 8 SMA, very, very crucial, and then we can come all the way up here to your 50 SMA. Downside, watch that 160.51. If that's lost, right there is your target at 152. Now again, if this 160.51 is lost, I'll be into TSLS. I'll be shorting this bad boy right down to there. Okay, that's what I got for you here, midday trading. I'll be back later today after pit close, and we will review natural gas and crude oil. All right, thanks for watching.